China turns Iran war data into future battlefield strategy. Commentary. The Chinese regime is using the US-Israel-Iran conflict as a live intelligence collection opportunity, deploying satellites and a naval tracking ship to observe how American and Israeli forces plan, coordinate, and execute operations. This allows Beijing to build a dataset of Western warfighting methods for future use, particularly in a potential Indo-Pacific conflict. Mizar Vision, a Hangzhou-based Chinese technology and intelligence company founded in 2021, began publishing imagery on social media 1 week before Operation Epic Fury launched on February 28, 2026. The company does not own satellites. Instead, it procures imagery from multiple commercial providers, including Vanter and Airbus Defence and Space, then uses artificial intelligence software to automatically identify equipment ranging from aerial tankers to missile defense systems. It distributes the analyzed imagery at no charge, behavior consistent with that of a Chinese Communist Party front company, which may explain why Western commercial providers appear to have cut off access to conflict area imagery on March 3. Throughout the operation, Mizar Vision posted satellite photos of U.S. military activity, including F-22 fighters, command and control aircraft, carrier strike groups, and the movement of naval vessels. A number of the facilities and assets it identified were subsequently targeted by Iran in missile and drone strikes. The direct transfer of targeting data from the CCP to Iran remains an assessment rather than a confirmed fact. No verified data link between Chinese assets and Iranian targeting systems has been publicly established. However, U.S. intelligence suggests the CCP may be preparing to provide Iran with financial assistance, spare parts, and missile components, though Beijing has so far avoided direct involvement in the conflict. This pattern is well established and has significant precedent. During the Houthis' campaign against Red Sea shipping in 2023 to 2024, the group operated an integrated surveillance network under the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps tutelage that relied on satellite imagery from Chinese and Russian sources. This network was supplemented by the IRGC-associated spy ship, MV Bashad, which served as a conduit for that intelligence. According to a U.S. official and a congressional aide, the Bashad provided electronic intelligence to the Houthis, enabling them to locate and target vessels in the Red Sea region. That model combined a physical vessel with space-based feeds. In the current conflict, Iran's navy has been largely destroyed at the pier, eliminating the physical vessel component. What remains is the space-based layer, operated by Mizar Vision and published openly on social media in a way that functions as real-time targeting data for whatever Iranian retaliatory capacity remains. The CCP is also using its Jilin-1 satellite constellation to monitor U.S. operations, tracking aircraft deployments, missile trajectories, naval movements, and logistics. This broader surveillance network includes Yaogan reconnaissance satellites, Beidou navigation systems, and maritime platforms, combining visual imagery with signals data to create layered intelligence and long-term operational insights. China deployed the Liaowang-1, an intelligence-gathering ship, to the Gulf of Oman, positioning it in international waters near the Strait of Hormuz. Although officially described as a space-tracking vessel, the ship has clear military applications. Equipped with multiple radar domes, high-gain antennas, and signal processing systems, it can track hundreds of targets simultaneously, intercept communications and radar emissions, and reconstruct operational patterns such as airstrike timing, logistics cycles, and naval maneuvers. The Liaowang-1 also extends the reach of land-based radar by tracking missile launches and space assets over open ocean and collecting real-time telemetry data. Its large size supports extensive sensor arrays, helicopters for logistics and surveillance, and command and control functions relevant to electronic warfare and potentially anti-satellite operations. Protected by Chinese warships, the vessel's deployment reflects the CCP's strategy of collecting intelligence on U.S. and allied operations without direct military involvement. The CCP's monitoring of the conflict represents a broader shift in warfare, as commercial satellite technology has made military activity increasingly visible. Unlike Cold War spy satellites, modern low Earth orbit constellations are cheaper, more numerous, and capable of near real-time global coverage. Even private companies can now access or analyze this imagery. AI further amplifies this by rapidly identifying key assets, locations, and patterns that once required large teams of analysts. The United States is adapting by dispersing forces, using deception, and attempting to counter surveillance, but the persistence of satellite coverage makes concealment increasingly difficult. China's advanced cyber capabilities position it to take advantage of the situation. As Iran's military and intelligence structures are weakened, the People's Liberation Army can learn from evolving cyber operations and from Israeli intelligence methods used against Tehran. These observations provide insight into modern warfare, including surveillance, infiltration, and disruption, with potential relevance for future conflicts. At the same time, China is using the conflict to deepen its regional influence by offering surveillance technology, digital governance tools, and intelligence cooperation to other countries. This approach allows Beijing to strengthen relationships without direct military involvement, presenting itself as a reliable partner while increasing strategic leverage. Intelligence collection and data analysis have always been crucial to warfare and are as important as weapons. Today, with the use of satellites, gigabits of data can be collected per second, enabling simultaneous monitoring of essentially every area of engagement on the battlefield. This data can later be analyzed by AI to run tabletop scenarios and simulations, which can then serve as blueprints for live-fire exercises and large-scale military exercises. By observing a live conflict, China gains valuable insights into U.S. and allied military operations, which could inform future strategy, particularly in regions such as the Indo-Pacific. However, the United States has the same or better monitoring capabilities and is not only watching the battle, but also observing and learning from how China watches the United States.